sunny day. Oh, it's a very sunny day, and I just have one question. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Oh my gosh, look at this. We're back, and we finally made it to Sesame Street. A place I've waited to see my entire life. I just never knew how to get here. I finally made it, and boy, Sesame Street looks different than I've ever seen it before. That's because this Sesame Street isn't located in New York City. This Sesame Street is located inside Seaworld, Orlando, a place I have never been, or really ever even considered going my entire life. But as a lifelong fan of the Muppets, Jim Henson, and the Children's Television Workshop, when I heard a Sesame Street land was opening up here the last time I was in Florida, I knew I had to check it out. And boy, am I glad that I did. Look at this! A whole Sesame Street mini land in a theme park. There are Sesame Street characters, Sesame Street buildings, Sesame Street themed rides. And from what I understand, any minute now, there's even going to be a Sesame Street parade! Look at that! It's Big Bird! Oh my gosh, I've been waiting to meet him my entire life, and I've finally seen him in the flesh, or in the feathers. Wow! Oh my gosh, so many familiar faces. Oh no, Grover! I love Grover! And oh my gosh, it's my favorite character of all time, Oscar the Grouch! Unbelievable!
Playing my song.
Whoa, here comes Elmo! Look, it's Elmo! People look stoked, and why shouldn't they? You've got Elmo, you've got the Count over here! Freaking Cookie Monster! Oh my gosh! And Bert and Ernie! And Prairie Dawn and Telly! No way! Dude, that is so weird, seeing giant Bert and Ernie in real life! Weird! Wait, why are they stopping? Oh my gosh, they're walking around! The Sesame Street characters are walking around, look! The Count! Oh my gosh! This is so weird! This is amazing! The Sesame Street characters are coming out, waving to the fans, their mouths move when they sing. Unbelievable! Look, Prairie Dawn's got kids out there jump roping and everything. Wow. Dude, that was amazing. They did such a good job of spreading the characters around through the whole crowd. All the kids look so happy. Wow. I am impressed. Okay, now that that parade is over and the streets have cleared out somewhat, we can finally check out these Sesame Street buildings in detail. Oh man, it's really weird standing here. This is the neighborhood everyone in America grew up in, but have never set foot in. Oh wow, look at that right away. There's the water tower. There's Mr. Hooper's store. That's where Big Bird gets his bird seed from. And even more importantly, his bird seed smoothie. You guys, look at this. They have recreated the interior of Mr. Hooper's store, complete with a little seating area, and up behind the counter, Mr. Hooper himself. Have you guys ever seen the episode where they have to explain to Big Bird that Mr. Hooper has passed away? Heartbreaking. This is awesome. Kids can come in here and get behind the counter of Mr. Hooper's store. You can even pretend to make Big Bird a bird seed smoothie. Dude, that is so darn cool. Ah, I could use a cup of Joe right about now. No! No, Joe! Oh, guess the machine's not working. It's not even warm. Now, I think that all of these Sesame Street buildings out here are connected to one big central gift shop, so we'll look at that last. But it's pretty cool that the outer edges are little themed areas for kids to explore. And not just Mr. Looper's. Next door, they've also got the laundromat. Ooh, check it out. Look at these washing machines here. The old Wash-O-Matic. You can sit here and pop the bubbles, find little prizes inside. Oh, looks like someone's chonies in there. Ah, I'm not sure if we just won or lost. That is pretty cool. And oh, that's where my missing socks went. I'll pick those up later. Now, we're going to wait a while to look at most of the merchandise, but there is a one thing that I think we should talk about before we keep exploring, and that is the bubble wand. Because unlike most theme park bubble wands, these Elmo wands right here are very special. Not only do they light up and blow bubbles, of course, but scattered throughout Sesame Street here at SeaWorld are these little symbols, like this one right here. And if you tap the wand against them, it sets up little feedback features and Easter eggs. Kind of like the wands at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, only these blow bubbles and have Elmo's face on them. All right, let's keep moving. I should say from the outset that the Sesame Street land is not very big. Mainly, I think, because it's a re-theme of an existing area here instead of being built from the ground up. But what it lacks in size, it more than makes up for it in charm and in nostalgia. I mean, look at this, it's beautiful. There are tons of design details straight from the show that really make the kids feel like they've stepped right into their TV screens and make all of us adults feel like we've gone straight back in time to our own childhoods. Only unlike when we were kids, this land isn't just cool to look at, it's also interactive. Look at these doorbells here. If you want to communicate with one of your favorite Sesame Street characters living in this building, all you have to do is punch in their unique code with these doorbells here. And since I've always been a huge Grover and Super Grover fan, I think I'm gonna go with 1, 2, 3.
What? Oh, hello! One moment! I was just fluffing up my lovely blue fur. It is not so easy being this cute, you know.
Hi, Grover, I'm a huge fan. Can you let me in? Grover, just buzz me right in. I'll just come up, we'll talk about capes. Grover? Do you have Frank Oz's phone number? Grover! He didn't buzz me in. That's cool though, we're friends. That would be impressive enough, but it's not just doorbells and speakers that let you communicate with your favorite Sesame Street characters. There are also several interactive windows where you can see Sesame Street characters looking out at you. All of them are amazing, but probably the most popular one with the small ones is right here. And that's because right inside this brick window is a little red ball of fluff that those kiddos just can't live without. What?
Peekaboo!
See, look at this. It's Elmo playing peekaboo with us.
Peekaboo!
That silly little red monster.
How did Elmo get down from here?
Dude, that was awesome. Elmo just played peekaboo with us. How cool is that? I mean, that was awesome. Kids today love Elmo, but let me tell you what. As cute as Elmo is, when I was little, my favorite monster didn't live in a brick building. My favorite monster lived and still lives in a trash can. Let's see if he's here. Hello?
Whoever that is knocking, better be Grouchy.
Oh, I'm Grouchy, all right, Oscar. It's sunny outside and I'm sunburned, so I gotta wear a jacket. I'm grouchy as heck. Ooh, what's this? Let's just give it a try.
Hey, Spot and I are trying to have a mutt bath in here. Scram!
It's Oscar the Grouch. He's talking to us.
Hey, I'm trying to sleep here. Scram!
Oh, that stinky
Hey, you.
old Grouch. What?
Scram!
All right, fine, I'll scram. Dude, Oscar the Grouch, my favorite character from Sesame Street. He's so great in the movie Follow That Bird. And speaking of Follow That Bird, the Big Bird movie, Oscar the Grouch may be my favorite character, but a close second was voiced by the same Muppeteer and was the star of that movie. I'm talking about a big, giant, yellow Muppet, the Elmo of his day, Big Bird. Yes, look at that. Here at Seaworld Sesame Street, you can actually have story time with Big Bird. I can't believe it. This completely blows me away.
She's right! And all the way down to your toes! Let me see! Touch your toes! Wow, Big Bird!
Dude, that is freaking Big Bird.
So my flowers over there, Big Bird, right behind you.
I could seriously stay here and look at that all day. Oh, I think Big Bird wrapped up story time. Look, now he's taking fun pics with the fans. How amazing is that? A Big Bird fun pic? Oh, I have to do this. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Big Bird, I am so happy to meet you. Can I give you a hug, Big Bird? Your feathers look so nice. Wow, you're taller than me. Okay, time for a fun pic, Big Bird. Cheese. Actually, seed. Wow, sick. Thank you, Big Bird. Where's Snuffleupagus? Oh, I don't know, huh? In your imagination or around here somewhere. 5-year-old me just exploded. I don't want to sound weird, you guys, but I'm in my 30s and I just legitimately choked up behind these glasses. I wasn't crying or anything, you know. It's just, my eyes got a little sweaty with respect. It's an allergy. Okay, you guys, that was amazing. That alone was worth it. But it appears that wasn't all. It looks like Cookie Monster and his little red pal Elmo are also available for fun pics today. Oh my God. I see him. I was gonna save this for later, but there's weirdly no line. Oh my gosh, he spotted us. It's Elmo! Oh my gosh, Elmo, and he wants a hug. Hi, Elmo. You're much taller in person than you are on TV. People say that to me all the time. I tell them I'm only this big on a phone, but in real life, you know, much taller, just like you. Cookie! Cookie! It's Cookie Monster! I'm so sorry, I didn't know you were gonna be here. I forgot to bring you cookies. Oh man, next time, I promise, Cookie Monster. Can I hug you also? Can I hug you? Can I get a picture with both of you? Can I get a fun pic with two monsters at the same time? Is that allowed? Come over here, Cookie Monster. Let's get in this picture together. Everyone's looking at us all at once. Don't worry, there's no vegetables here. Cookie! Thank you so much, guys. You taught me how to spell and read and eat. What a trip. Oh, it's that gift shop again. It's sucking us in like gravity, but we're gonna resist. Because you know what we still haven't talked about is the fact that unlike the one on TV, this Sesame Street has rides. And appropriately for Sesame Street, they're preschool age rides. With very low height limits and very low speed limits as well. I was gonna say earlier that the Sesame Street area rides kind of remind me of a Bugs Land at Disneyland or DCA. And this one even more so because Elmo's actually taking people on a tour of the garden and showing them bugs. How cool is that? That's fun for children of all ages. But if a slow-moving train bugs them, there are other choices. Like Big Bird's Twirlin' Whirl, a ride where you climb into your very own nest just like Big Bird's and go for a spin. I don't know why I'm doing this, Big Bird, but I'm doing this. Ooh, this was definitely designed for smaller legs. All right, I'm ready, Big Bird. Here we go. Just spin it. Oh my God. This goes much faster than I was expecting it to. Oh, Big Bird, I thought this was a kid's ride. Why am I doing this to myself? No exaggeration. This is like 10 times faster than any teacup I've ever been in. Whoa. Oh my gosh. It's never gonna end. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, thank the maker. Oh, holy Henson. Oh, by the beard of Miss Piggy. That was intense, man. I wasn't expecting it to be so crazy. I feel dizzy. Woo! Thanks, Big Bird. Oh, that bird knows how to party. Woo, I'm not kidding. That lasted so much longer and spun around so much faster than I thought it would. Oh my gosh. I almost feel a little nauseous now, which is why I'm in no mood for cookies. Oh, you heard me, cookies. This, my friends, is Cookie Monster's Cookie Drop. The object apparently is to get to the top, tip over the cookie jar, and feed them to Cookie Monster. Look at that, he's got his grubby paws on some cookies right now. That is pretty cool. I love how they took simple, sort of kiddie rides, sprinkled them with some imagination and some cookie crumbs, and presto change up. You bring joy to thousands. I love Cookie Monster. Who doesn't? But you know who else I love? It's that fuzzy blue maniac Grover. Super Grover, in fact. And not only do they have this sick plush Super Grover here that I have the strongest urge to buy, but Super Grover also has his very own ride. Super Grover's Boxcar Derby. It is the greatest ride ever. Heck yes it is. A Super Grover themed roller coaster. How amazing is that? Notice that the first car is Super Grover themed, but all the other cars are themed after different Sesame Street characters. Here, look at that. I see Cookie Monster, Ernie, Abby's got a magic mobile, and best of all, there's an Oscar the Grouch Scram Tram. Oh, I am so doing this. Let's see, do we take the Buddy Buggy or the Cookie Cruiser? Cookie Cruiser. Okay, we've got the Cookie Cruiser. I hope we do well, but I feel like we might get last place. Just a hunch. Oh, here we go. Thank you, ma'am. It's time for the Soapbox Derby. For a kitty roaster. Go so high! Whoa! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh! Sunny day, chasing the clouds Oh, it was short, but it was effective. And just like I thought. Last place. Well, it's not about whether you win or you lose, right? It's about how much fun you had. What a fun one. Dude, these rides are pretty darn cool. I have never been to any Seaworld in my entire life before, so I had no idea that this ride, like the rest of this place, was actually recycled until today. I would have never known. The theming is pretty good. I mean, okay, I guess Abby's flower tower over here looks a little bit generic, but take a look at this. Oscar's friend Slimy's very own ride, Slimy's Slider. Now come on, that looks awesome. Even if it does make me a little dizzy. Yeah, that's one piece of advice. If you're gonna come out here and ride the rides at Sesame Street, make sure you do Big Bird last. I'm still feeling a little queaserific. Look at Oscar's face right there. He had such an evil glee. Slimy Slider, how about that? Well, I think that's pretty much it for the ride. But I guess I should probably also mention the Rubber Ducky Waterworks. A sweet Rubber Ducky themed watery playground for all the girls and boys, any age, any size, complete with spouts and spigots and water cannons. What a fun one, dude. Those kids look like they are having so much fun. Especially this kid over here aiming the fire hydrant. Actually, someone should probably call the fire marshal about that. That does not look up to code. Ooh, I didn't even notice some food trucks pulled up to Sesame Street. They got a couple of them, actually. 2 on either side of Sesame Sips for the humans. And another smaller one for the monsters. Oh, that's right. This food truck craze has gotten so out of hand, even Cookie Monster's getting in on the action. He's got his own food truck where kids can help him prepare recipes. I know it's kind of hard to see him in there with the glare. It's a very bright day. But in person, it really looks like Cookie Monster and his little friend there could just pop right out the side or hand you a bag of food. That's weird. I see chocolate down on that list of ingredients, but no cookies. I guess that makes sense. Cookie Monster isn't known for making cookies. He's just known for eating cookies. Oh, dude, this is weird. I've been walking around here all day and I didn't notice I've been walking around a closed-off playground. I don't know if this is a broken playground or a coming soon playground, but apparently it was themed around the count. Oh yeah, you can see the little bats up there, but sadly, you can also see that the whole entrance is blocked off. Guess you can count this attraction out today, huh? 1. That's one joke. It's pretty unusual that most of that playground is covered up at the moment, but I'm sure it'll be back. All right, well, I hate to admit it, but that's about it. We have pretty much seen the majority of Sesame Street at Seaworld. And not only have we already seen pretty much everything there is to see outside, but a parade is coming soon, which means it's probably time for us to make our way out of here, or at least off the street. But before we go, might as well take at least a little peek at the merch. Now, like I mentioned earlier, pretty much all of the buildings here are connected. From the newsstand side where we entered all the way over to the photo meet and greet entrance by a massive gift shop in the center. And if it were just a gift shop full of stuffed whales, I wouldn't even bother bringing you in here. But it turns out this place is chock full of sick merch. I see so many childhood favorites. Super Grover, Cookie Monster, even Slimy is over here. Oh man, look at this. They've got the Count, they've got Bert and Ernie, and they've even got someone I almost forgot about. Good old Snuffleupagus. Hey, Snuffy!
Hey, you're not Bert.
Yes. And of course, what would Snuffy be without his friend Big Bird? Originally, Snuffleupagus was just Big Bird's imaginary friend. No one else could see Snuffleupagus, and people really didn't believe Big Bird. But then they decided it was probably a bad idea to have a character who tells the adults things and then the adults don't believe them. So somewhere along the line, Snuffleupagus became real. Wow, Snuffy. Oh, so soft. Dude, how cool. I would have killed to have some of these as a kid. Man, I wish this one was a puppet. I would totally snap it up. Hey, Oscar. And it's not just rad plush. Look at this. They also have spirit jerseys for Oscar the Grouch. What's it gonna say? What's it gonna say? Team Oscar. Okay. Oh, and it looks like Cookie Monster's got one as well, which just says nom 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 nom. I like that a little better. Oscar should have just said, hey, you, scram. Oh, I'm seeing one that just says awesome, which I'm guessing is Elmo, yes? And he may not have a spirit jersey, but I honestly think the coolest t-shirt design in here has to go to the Count, right? Check that out. Dude, that's pretty cool. They got some pretty cool decals in here, some really great magnets. You can get a mug for mom, a shirt for your bro, a bag for someone grouchy, shoes for people who hate matching. They even have Sesame Street USB car charging accessories. And phone cases, because why not? Weird. Luggage tags, luggage bags. Holy moly. I don't even know what I should be looking for. Elmo, what's the best piece of merchandise in here? What's the best souvenir in the whole store? Oh, okay. Oh, this coming this way. Oh, a cape! An Elmo cape! Oh my gosh, you're right. I think that I might have to get that, Elmo. I might have to get that. Thank you. Oh, they got a whole wall of capes. Look at the Oscar the Grouch cape, complete with Slimy. That's kind of the cape I want, but I don't want to grab it in front of Elmo, you know? It would crush him. All of the Oscar the Grouch merchandise is my favorite. There's just something about him. I mean, I would never wear this, but I might be convinced to put this on sometime. Next time Tyler comes over, I just want to answer the door with these on. Oh man, it's hard to believe there's been 50 years of children who have grown up with Sesame Street. Hard to believe that Big Bird is 50. Now there have of course been a few changes to Sesame Street over those 50 years, but I love that it's still out there, still shown on public television, and still educating children to this day. I have this book. It helped me learn to read. That's crazy. Oh, and by the way, not only is Sesame Street still on public television, it's now also on HBO. So right after you're done with Game of Thrones, you can pop this on. Game of Thrones, this. Game of Thrones, this. Certainly a combination, all right. All right, I think we've seen almost all the merch. All that's left is to get a glimpse at the pins. Oh man, that is pretty cool. Speaking of pins, I have my own new pin coming out on the 1st of next month. I don't know if it's as awesome as a Super Grover pin. Well, I just thought I'd put that out there. All right, gang. Well, under this increasingly uncomfortable jacket, I am still very sunburned, and my short trip to Florida is winding down. It's probably time for me to head back to Disney property, pack my suitcase back up, and make my way back to my own neighborhood. I have been wanting to walk down Sesame Street my entire life, so today was quite a day for me. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for keeping me company while I met so many of my heroes.
Hey, Spot and I are trying to have a mutt bath in here. Scram!
But yeah, I guess Oscar's right. It's time for us to scram. Up, up, and away!
Put down the ducky, put down the ducky, put down the ducky. Pick up that saxophone, yeah!
People now, let's fly, Elmo!
Yeah, let's fly! Let's fly up in the air! Elmo and Grover, Grover and Elmo flying
Elmo,
up in the air!
Elmo, you were on my key.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, I really should have it taken in.
Up, up, and away! Bye-bye, superheroes!
To be a chicken to raise the happy meter. Yes.
Hi, everybody. Oh, Elmo was just getting ready for bed. Oh, but before Elmo goes to sleep, Elmo's gonna say his favorite bedtime story. It's called Good Night Tiger.
Oh, that's me. Oh, wait. Elmo. Hey, I was just over there,
Yeah?
Elmo, and I heard you say, and tell me if this is true,
Yes.
because if it is, I'm excited.
Yes, but-
Are you going to be telling one of your favorite bedtime stories?
Yes, we're gonna be saying
Tell me good night, Tiger.
That's right,